your smart device to play KAWC or KOFA.
What's up, Yuma? I'm Johnny Porter.
And I'm Victor Calderon.
On today's program, we are going to be joined first by Kimberly Adamariz, as well as Joshua. They are three local graduates, and they are recipients of the Helios Ready Now Yuma Scholarship. We're going to be discussing their academic journeys, future career goals, and how this opportunity is helping to shape the next chapter of their lives. After that, it's Morelia Sanchez and Jessica Espino. They are both two social media influencers. One's a promoter, the other one's an artist, and they're going to be promoting and performing at the Lefty Gunplay concert that's coming to Taros Chicali next month. We're going to be talking about the Grammy Award winner, Lefty Gunplay, and their successes as well. So stay with us for What's Up Yuma Radio, beginning right now on KOFA 94.7 FM.
And streaming online at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. You can also view our show on the Border Radio Facebook page and the KAWC YouTube page. And don't forget, you can reach out to us by email at whatsupyumaradio@gmail.com.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Citrine Law, LLC, a Yuma law firm practicing criminal defense, DUI defense, and personal injury law. Information is at citrinelaw.com.
Chili from Philly. Nick Papagiorgio from Yuma.
Johnny Show! What's up, Yuma?
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to another episode of What's Up Yuma Radio. I'm Johnny Porter.
And I'm Victor Calderon. Johnny, so have you recovered from Friday night?
Yeah, so and you mentioned that when we got in, but yeah, it was just, maybe staying out late to midnight. But no, it was that was a cool event. You want to tell them about the event we're talking about?
We were at the Blind Luck EDM show at Taros Chicali on Friday night, and it's not that we went too crazy, but it was loud. So it was loud music all night. So I feel like the next morning I woke up and I was hearing the oomph beat in my ears.
And the beat is definitely driving. It was just it was different. It's not even that's like the old techno. This is more what would
house, EDM?
No, I know it's called EDM because that's electric dance music, but there's a term for it. I can't think of it right now, but it's more like Skrillex.
Okay.
Yeah, it's more like what he would do. So it was pretty hardcore.
So shout out to the organizers, Justin and Jeanette. We had them on last week. Fun show. Sick beats.
Yeah, there was
outfits,
and there was a lot of people there. They got a really good crowd.
Right.
I was kind of surprised, Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was sold out, the event, but they did open up the outside area, so that was cool.
Right.
People are able to go out there, and the outfits. Yeah, people. When you go to a rave type of event, you want to get dressed up a little bit. So, but were you surprised by anything?
No, I mean, I think it was mostly some of the young ladies that dressed up in their little outfits, but there was that one, there were a couple of guys, but there was one guy dressed up as the clown from Terrifier.
Yeah, but like a pimp version of it, right?
Something like that, yes.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting.
Definitely 21 plus.
Yeah, and then the one DJ, he was a young guy. They were all young.
Right.
They're real young DJs, and the one guy brought his Nana on stage.
Yeah, he did have his grandma there, so that's cool.
Yeah, that was a big thing. He's hey, everybody, my Nana, welcome my Nana to the stage.
So it was a little bit, it wasn't just, a certain group. It was for all.
But yeah, that was cool. But you want to let everybody know who we have today, Victor?
Yes. So our first guests are recent high school graduates and the recipients of the Helios Ready Now Yuma Scholarship. And let me just briefly say that the Ready Now Yuma Scholarship is worth up to $15,000 per year. And it's renewable for up to 3 additional years, so that's up to $60,000 for 4 years. But so left to right, we have Joshua Olan Lopez, from recent graduate from Gila Ridge High School. We have Adamariz Fernandez from Cibola High School, and Kimberly Flores from Yuma High School. Thank you all for being here this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. So I know Victor helped set this one up, so he's kind of going to lead this. But we'll start with. I'll go right to left, or is it? What is it? It's backwards on the screen, right? So we have to say it different.
Can start with Josh.
Let's start with Josh. So Josh, are you from Yuma?
Yes, I've actually grown in Yuma my entire life.
You grew up here in Yuma, and we were talking off air. You want to be a biomedical engineer. Okay, I don't even know what that is, so I'm excited to find out what that is here in a little bit. But tell everybody what schools you went to.
So I went to Gila Ridge High School, and I also graduated from Arizona Western College.
Okay, so you came out here. Were you always into biomedical stuff?
I feel like I did. Like entering my freshman year, I felt like I always knew like my path, and I always shaped my education around that career that I wanted.
But tell me, like, what are the things that you're into to get into biomedical? What were like the stuff you're curious about, and then we'll talk about what that is.
Okay. So you see, I grew up in obviously Yuma is a rural community, and there is a lot of lack of access to education compared to big cities like Phoenix. And this career path really interested me because I felt like it was the best way I can impact my community, and that is by being able to create medical devices and give a bigger access to healthcare to places like Yuma.
So what are the interests when you were younger that led to this profession? Besides that sounds like the heart behind it. But tell me about like where you're into like the electronics behind devices. What is it?
I'd say I was really math heavy.
Math heavy.
Yes.
So math goes a long way when it comes to this subject, right?
Yes, of course, and any career in engineering.
Mm-hmm. So then when you came out to AWC, what classes did you take?
So I took all the required engineering classes, such as like Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3, differential equations. I also took linear algebra and discrete mathematics, which all of those are all the math classes that are offered here at Arizona Western College.
So you took them all?
Yes, I
You're
took
like,
them all.
If there's math, I want it.
Yes,
and then they said, okay, let's do it. And how'd you do in those classes?
I did pretty well. I got A's on all of them.
A's. So you're just naturally good at math?
I wouldn't say naturally good. It's more like I just try.
You try.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. And so then now in the biomedical field, which you're going to go into, but what exactly do you do in that field, or what'd you do, or what would be your dream job?
So typically when you think of biomedical, you think of people that make prosthetic limbs. But the specific branch of biomedical engineering that I want to go into is more research-based, because I want to be able to create new medical devices that aren't like invented yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so can you dream of anything that you would like to invent or make, or is that too far in the future?
I would say probably some kind of medical device that's able to like diagnose multiple like rare diseases that are often found in rural communities, but people don't know they have them yet because they don't have access to like a hospital.
Gotcha. Yeah, and so do you know that there's a guy out here at AWC that has the Neuralink in his brain? Are you familiar with that? Have you met him?
No, I wanted to. I knew he was giving a presentation here, but I wasn't able to make it because I had to work. So.
Okay, is that the type of stuff that interests you?
Yes, definitely.
So maybe something closer like to that field possibly, and
I would say so, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'll say your name again, sweetie. I'm sorry.
Adamariz Fernandez.
Adamariz. And what did you say for short, so I could say it for short?
You can just call me Addie for short.
Addie? All right,
Addie,
cool,
yeah.
Addie. All right. And so, Addie, are you from here in Yuma?
So I am from Somerton, born in Georgia,
right.
so raised in Somerton, but did almost everything here in Yuma. So yeah, and then I attended Cibola High School, so always been in Yuma, doing school in Yuma. I also attended AWC part-time.
Oh, okay. And so you told me off air that you want to be in the NICU and then
neonatal. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And so that's the NICU, right? That's your nurse that would be in there taking care of these babies that were born a little premature.
Yes.
Right. So younger years, is that something that interested you? Were you always nurturing of sorts?
So yes, I'm an older sister, so I just feel like that kind of branched off of that, and I've always been drawn to healthcare. Like, started from a young age, just always wanted to do something more, care for people. I know it sounds like something that everybody says, but it's true. And it's like, I haven't had a story that's like, okay, yes, this is what I want to do because I had something dramatic happen. No, it's always been something I've been drawn to. And then NICU, I've been in programs which kind of helped shape my path. I've had experiences with volunteering as well, just kind of led me to that and researching. So, yeah. Okay,
so you said younger years, but you're an older sister, and did you have to take care of her of sorts, or you just wanted to? That there was like something that, like a maternal instinct in you that I'm going to look out for little sis?
It was both. So I have a little sister and brother. So
okay.
Just growing up with them and just being able to like not be a representative, but just be someone that they can look up to and care for them in any way that they needed.
How much older are you?
So I am 1 year, 11 months exactly.
Oh, 11 months ago. Oh, wow. Okay.
So 11 months exactly from my sister, and then my brother, he's 13 at the moment. So we are 5 years apart.
5 years apart. And so you said you went to college briefly, junior college. Did you come out here to AWC?
So I did my classes online, and I
Okay.
actually started AWC in middle school. So I started the math classes in those programs.
Say that one more time.
In middle school?
You started out here at AWC in middle school?
In middle school, yes.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Overachiever
So-
here.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, so I did the dual enrollment courses. So started off with like the math there, and then going into high school, that's when I started taking other classes like English and just the prerequisites for nursing. So I don't have my associates just yet, but I got my basic classes out of the way.
And so, how did you even know that these classes were? Was it something your parents found out and they saw, like, okay, she really wants to do this? She's ahead of her classes. How did that happen?
So through the Crane District, there's something called the GAP program, right? So it's an accelerated program for students that like to take advanced classes per se. So for me, I was in that program from 7th to 8th grade. And the 8th grade year, that's when they put us into the math courses for AWC.
Okay, so you did that, and then so you took online classes, and then now, what does the course look like? What does your path look like for going forward?
So going forward, I mean, I applied to University of Arizona, so got accepted into that, excited. And then I also applied to the College of Nursing within U of A and got accepted into that as well. So got my main prerequisites out of the way. And then now within that program, I already have that pathway to go into my Bachelor's of Science. So with that, just do the classes that are required and earn it.
So then you said you did some work already in the
Yes.
NICU. You were there. What was that like for you to experience the hands-on?
So not necessarily in the
Oh,
NICU,
okay.
but in the hospital.
But in the hospital. Okay, you worked in the
settings,
hospital.
yes.
Okay. And so are you prepared for that? That you know, seeing the babies at a very fragile state?
Honestly, yes, because I've already seen many things volunteering in the hospital, and not only that, but just other experiences I've had as well as a volunteer. I mean, I volunteered in various public events as well. So just seeing vulnerable patients as a whole, I know I'd be able to handle it.
Awesome. I like that. So, and Kimberly, right?
Yeah.
All right. Can you get a little closer to your mic, Kimberly, for me, please?
Yeah.
All right. And so are you from here in Yuma?
I wasn't born here. I was born in Raleigh, in like California.
Yeah.
And then we moved my 3rd grade year
Uh-huh.
to Gadsden, to like, I guess. And then I moved to Yuma, like my 5th grade year.
Mm-hmm. And then, so how about you in school? What were you into?
Well, unlike the other, like the people who got the Helios, I wasn't like very like in school. Unfortunately, I wish I did more things, but I was just in like upper bound, and I was just very like social person within the staff, which I feel like that gave me a little bit of advantage. But I wasn't like volunteering, unfortunately.
That's okay. We could just talk about what you were doing. That's all right. You don't have to talk about what you weren't doing. But what were you into? Because you said you want to go into social work.
Yeah.
That's what we talked about off air.
I did have like a big revelation traumatic experience for mine. So something happened within my family that made me decide like I want to be a social worker, and then like also become a therapist, which I always wanted to be a lawyer because I'm always arguing. So I was like, that's like a great
So
path.
a lawyer, that was like was that early on the lawyer part?
I still want to do it, but I'm like,
Okay.
since I'm really lazy, I just don't like being in school that much, unfortunately. So it's like maybe a lawyer is not for me, because I want to be like, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it real good, and I want to focus on that.
Yes.
But I prefer I like talking to people. I like listening to their problems, and then like helping them in any way I can. So
Was that something natural when you were younger? Did people go to you with their problems? Did people talk to you?
well, obviously not the grown-ups, but like
Not the grown-ups,
not-
I'm talking about the people your age.
Yeah,
Did
my
anybody
friends.
confide in you?
Yeah, I feel like they do confide in me and tell me things, which I try to give them solutions. Sometimes they just don't take it, which that's on them. But
That's on them.
Yeah.
It's like, I told you so. Do you ever tell them that? Like,
Yes. Yes, but
I told you, girl, he was no good or something
yes,
like that. you know?
yes. And I feel like that also helped me. I'm a really social. I try to be social person. I feel like that pushed me a little bit more towards the path that I wanted to do, but it was mainly what happened in my family. That was like, okay, I want to do this. And I've been saying this since like my freshman year, never changed.
So that kind of lit a fire under you for these things. It sounds like education or school, which is not for everybody, but it sounds like it wasn't really your jam, like the academics part of it.
Well, I'm good at school.
You're good at it.
Not at math, sorry. Like math wasn't for me.
Yeah, don't be sorry.
But I did take the dual credit class, so I don't have to take math and
there you go. Yeah.
I only had to take stats, but whatever.
Yeah. We all have different strengths.
Yeah. And math was not one of them, but English is. So, but school, it wasn't hard, but it wasn't like, oh, I want to be there every day. I want to be there every day. I'm just like, okay, it's something that I gotta do since my mom wants me to do good. So it was like, I also want to do something with my life. So, so that's why, like, I don't hate school. I'm just like impartial of it. Like,
okay, but you do after getting this scholarship, you do have school ahead of you.
Yeah.
So how do you get the mindset right for that? Because you know, like, it sounds like you said, you're impartial to it, but it's going to be going forward. And if you don't like school, definitely don't be a lawyer.
Yeah.
So, don't do that.
I knew that I wanted to do secondary education. I knew that I wanted to go to university. I feel like that's like not everybody's thing, but I knew that's like my thing that I wanted to do, even though I don't like school. So I was like, I might as well try and get the least amount of debt that I can if I want to do something that I'm really passionate about. And so I applied to Helios. I was like, I'm not gonna get it.
So that's what you thought when you applied. You're like, I'll just do it.
I'll do it.
Did somebody encourage you to do it, or?
My counselor, Miss Castañeda, she's the angel sent from God, like himself sent her to me, because I truly believe if she didn't push me, I wouldn't been trying to get that scholarship.
And what school did you come from again?
Yuma High School.
You came from Yuma High, and this was your counselor there at Yuma High?
Yeah.
And did she help you throughout the year? Was she somebody like a mentor of sorts? Or?
I wish I had her my whole 4 years, but she only got there my junior year. But she still helped me out.
But she helped you out throughout that time. All right, so we're going to take a break right now, and then after this, I'm going to hand it over to Victor, and we're going to get to know you guys even more and maybe talk about some school clubs that you were in and what the future looks like as well. We're going to do that right after this. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Turn on Border Radio KOFA 94.7 FM and cross musical borders every day. From new indie discoveries to timeless classics, listener-supported Border Radio brings you music you won't hear anywhere else. Live, local, and online at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app.
What's Up Yuma Radio is sponsored in part by Nova Home Loans, serving Yuma County and nearby communities. Nova Home Loans offers residential lending services, including home loans and refinancing. They are also proud supporters of local community efforts and organizations. More information is available at novahomeloansyuma.com.
You're tuned to 94.7 FM, KOFA Border Radio. The weather forecast for Yuma today is sunny with a high near 103 and a south wind around 5 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Clear this evening with low around 70. In this week's Arizona edition, we hear from two political candidates who are hoping to defeat the incumbents, and the superintendent of Crane Elementary School District retires. You can listen to the latest episode of Arizona Edition on the KAWC app and at kawc.org. Stay tuned to 94.7 FM.
What's Up Yuma Radio is your chance to celebrate all things Yuma on your local public radio station, KOFA 94.7 FM. I'm Johnny Porter.
And I'm Victor Calderon. On our next program, we'll have three students.
The City of Yuma
received
hosts
the
Water
Helios
Safety
Ready
Day
Now
on Saturday, June 6th from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Valley Aquatic Center. Participants will learn skills and tips from the Greater Yuma Safety Alliance to focus on drowning prevention and water safety. There will be food vendors, fun activities, and more. Details at yumaaz.gov/events.
The weather forecast for Parker today is sunny with a high near 104, mostly clear this evening with a low around 71. Sunny in Quartzsite with a high near 105, gusts as high as 20 miles per hour, mostly clear tonight with a low around 72. And sunny in Yuma with a high near 103, clear skies this evening with a low around 70.
The KAWC Student Newsroom is funded by the Local News Initiative at the Community Foundation for Southern Arizona, the Scripps Howard Fund, and by generous local support. Thank you for supporting the next generation of public media. Learn more about the project and hear stories from emerging journalists at kawc.org/student newsroom.
Why is music an important part of your life? For many of us, music lets us see the world from someone else's perspective. We can find community in hearing someone else's joy, sorrow, or hope expressed in song or melody. KOFA Border Radio is your local, non-commercial source for great music.
Check. Oh, there we go. What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. We are here joined by
Joshua from Gila Ridge, Adamariz from Cibola, and Kimberly from Yuma High. So we were talking about, getting to know a little bit about each of you. Joshua, so you were saying that you graduated from Gila Ridge and AWC, like a lot of students, you do the dual enrollment.
Correct.
And so talk about any any groups you were on in campus or any volunteer work you might have done.
So I wasn't as involved with AWC as I was with Gila Ridge.
Sure.
Mainly for the fact that most of my journey, I didn't have a reliable transportation.
Okay.
So a lot of times I had to walk to Arizona Western College.
Okay.
And I would only do so to take my classes, and
Sure.
I wouldn't stay here longer than I had to.
Okay. I mean, it's down the street. It's a long block, right? People know you're here on what is it, 24th Road here. But you didn't think about maybe doing online classes sometimes,
I did.
Adamariz?
I did. But however, a lot of the classes, once you start getting to Calc 3 and
Sure.
differential equations, those are only offered for one block, and it's usually in person.
Okay.
So you were that dedicated, though, that you wanted to do this, and so you were walking and making sure that you were going to do this.
Yes, of course, and especially in the Yuma heat.
Yeah, no, that's some dedication, man. So then how, you said you weren't as active here, but how active were you at Gila Ridge?
I feel like both in and out of the classroom I was pretty active. For example, I took every available AP class offered at Gila Ridge, and I was also a part of a National Honor Society and also a part of other things like here in Yuma, such as volunteering at the hospital, working a job, doing shadowing at the hospital as well.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you about the hospital. What would you like to share about your time there? Did you get to see anything what would you like to share about your time there, or what you saw? Who you worked with?
So, let's see. I got the opportunity to shadow Dr. Kainak in the cardiology center, and it was a really amazing experience. I got to see him implant pacemakers into people's hearts.
Wow.
And then you mentioned you work, so do you want to share where you worked?
Yes, I still currently work at Olive Garden.
Olive Garden, okay.
Yes.
How's that? Is it really busy right now, graduation season? People are coming in
probably my manager might ask me if I can come in.
Yeah, cool deal. So, anything else you want to mention about Gila Ridge? Any mentors or faculty, teachers that helped you along the way?
100% my counselor, Miss Gonzalez, and then a few of my teachers such as Mr. Wright, Mr. Z, and Miss Doran.
Okay, cool. All right, so Adamariz, so you have a lot of involvement as well at Cibola. So tell us about some of the groups that you were in there.
So Cibola provided so many opportunities. I almost wish I took more, but I would say the main ones at Cibola would be the AVID program. It's a college preparatory program. I did that starting from my freshman year to my senior year. I also was involved in CTE. I took the courses Nursing and Home Health Aid, where I was able to get certified through Home Health Aid, so I'm a direct care worker now. Another thing would be also through CTE, I was able to do the CTE Ambassador and Leadership Program, which was honestly such an extraordinary experience. We were able to go to Washington and just represent Yuma County as a whole, but advocate for Perkins funding as well. And those were the main ones, I would say. Then, of course, CTSOs, which was HOSA.
Mm-hmm. So which one was your favorite?
Just from those programs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hard to say. I would have to say, Ooh, I don't know.
Time to put her on the spot. Think about it. We'll come back to that. But so, do you want to mention any mentors or teachers that have helped you along the way, get you on the path to success?
So my avid teacher I had her from freshman year for English, and then for the 3 years I had her for Avid, Miss Perry. She was honestly such a huge role model and just has seen me grow throughout these past couple of years. And my counselor, of course, Miss Lofton. She's guided me through the right path, helped me with my classes, and just overall stay organized. So.
Okay. And so I also want to mention that you were Miss Yuma County's Teen 2025.
Yes,
How was that?
It was honestly a crazy experience. There were a lot of ups and downs, but just the main thing that I got from that, organization and with my title was that I was able to advocate for something bigger than myself. So I was able to advocate.
What was it?
So I had a service initiative. It was called I Cannot Stress This Enough, Mental Health Awareness on Stress and Anxiety. So I would advocate within the elementary schools within Yuma County.
Mm-hmm.
So it was honestly so much fun. I enjoyed it a lot. I got a huge sisterhood from that. So I have a lot of friends now. And just overall, I feel like it built me from someone that was very shy, wasn't able to speak at all, to someone that's grown and isn't afraid to take on any opportunity.
So how to help you with speaking and not be shy? Because you have to go up there and actually do that and deliver a speech. And did they have people help you with that?
Yeah, so they had some people help us with interviews because that was one of the main stages of the competition because we do compete for the title of Miss Arizona and also if we do win Miss Arizona, Miss America. So there's an interview process and public speaking, which is where we are trained to speak properly, make sure we don't rant, and just overall carry ourselves well.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of people help
Some adults
us with
could
that.
use some public speaking classes, right?
Yeah. So then you said you learned a lot in this program, but you said there was ups and downs with it.
Yes.
Talk about that.
So, it's a touchy subject, but I will say that the organization I was originally in, there wasn't a lot of guidance, but then with the new organization that there is now, it's built from scratch.
Yeah,
and
they
they've helped
disbanded,
us.
right? And
Yes,
then there's
they
a new
did.
organization. We had the new Miss Yuma County on, and that day she didn't even get run. She was just kind of appointed, and I think they're rebuilding, right?
Yeah, so our reign had to end kind of early within the first organization because of the board members. It was this whole thing. But I'm just glad that there's a new organization that started up and that we're having new girls come in and just a whole new board, which helps guide us into the right path and just overall supports us throughout our growth and journey.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
it's awesome.
So the reason why we have the three of you here, just to remind our listeners and viewers again, is you're three of the recipients of the Helios Ready Now Yuma Scholarship. Again, to remind people, the Ready Now Yuma Scholarship is worth up to $15,000 per year. It's renewable for up to 3 additional years, so that's a total of $60,000 for 4 years.
Wow.
And so, again, there's 6 total recipients. The names of the other honorees, everyone can go to kwc.org. Cisco Stargazer, our education reporter, has a story up there with the names and photos of everyone from all the schools. Because it's not, so it was one winner from each school. So, Cofa, Cibola, San Luis, Gila Ridge, Yuma. Am I forgetting one? Vista. Thank you. So definitely check those out. But so let's go back to Kimberly. So you mentioned that you didn't think you would get this scholarship. When you found out, what was going through your mind when you found out that you were selected?
So they presented the scholarship to me in front of my Spanish class. So it was just a little bit embarrassing for me because I don't being put
on the spot?
On the spot like that. I want to be prepared. If I am, then I know. Mm-hmm. Also, that day, it was a Monday, I was like, I'm not going to get dressed up. I'm like, I always get dressed up for school, okay? Mm-hmm. Didn't this day, I was like, whatever, so nothing's going to happen. Mm-hmm. Take photos of me crying. Okay, thank you very much. Okay. It was so bad. I hated it. But I didn't think I was going to get it just because I wasn't as involved in school. I wasn't doing volunteer work. And I wanted it to, but also, I didn't have, somebody to take me. So I was like, I was not going to walk. Mm-hmm. I'm not walking. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I might as well just stay home and whatever. So I didn't think I was going to get it. I don't have the perfect grades. I have A's and B's. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, yeah, those. So I was like, and for me, I feel like if they're big scholarships, they're going to be you have to do 100 hours of volunteer work. You're going to have to be, all these classes for AP classes, which I took in AP classes, but I haven't passed the test. I only took them for other reasons. Mm-hmm. But, so I was like, I'm not going to get it. So when they presented that scholarship to me, I thought it was gonna be the education forward one, which is similar, but it's only 6,000. I'm pretty sure per year. So I thought I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that one, because I was looking around my class and there were like that many seniors. So I was like, okay, well those kids are not getting it, and there was these other kids. I was like, okay, so between me and those other kids, and they say my name, I was like, okay, I'm getting the education for it, because I was preparing myself to be like one of those broke college students and like eating ramen every day, because I'm not having enough money to be like spending like that. So I was like, I gotta be saving every penny over there. And then I was like, okay. And then they told me it's the Helios. I was very shocked because I didn't think I was gonna get it. And also my sister also got it.
Yeah.
My sister, she got it like 2021. So it was like when COVID was barely like leaving. So I was just very shocked. I was very grateful for like every person that helped me get to the position that I am right now, to have that scholarship and have that less burden of financial stress right now.
And obviously they saw something in you, right? The people that, read the scholarship and read the applications, and maybe there's an interview part of it as well. But we were talking off air about there's like an essay portion where you like answer like 3 questions or something like that. So obviously they saw something in you that, that made you stand out, among your peers. So be proud of that, and I'm sure your parents and family and everyone's proud of that. So Adamariz, same question. So what was going through your mind when you heard you won?
So I was, oh my gosh, I was in shock. Even now, I still feel like in shock, because I really didn't think I was going to get it at all. So just how it went down, I was in my AVID class, and we see all these members from like the district and the office come down. I'm like, oh, okay, they're here to like see what the AVID program is about, since the new incoming freshman class is coming in for this program. So we're like, oh, okay. And then they start asking us, oh, what college are you guys going to, and what are you scared of? So then it's like ASU, somebody's going to San Diego, AWC, and then they get to me last. And I'm like, oh, U of A. And they're like, oh, what are you stressed about, or what are you scared? And I was like, just overall the whole college experience, I mean, it's nerve-wracking as is, coming from a small town to a whole new place. And then I was like, also like tuition, it's going to be expensive. And at that time, I've applied to so many scholarships but haven't earned any. I think the only scholarship I had was a Miss Yuma County one, and this other one, so it was in total $2,200, which of course isn't going to cover $100,000 of school.
Right.
So then they call me up to speak, and then that's when they come in with balloons, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then that's when they pull out the board, and I was like in shock, because through my application, I felt like I wasn't doing enough or didn't mention enough.
Yeah.
So when I had seen that, I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is real. My school is going to be paid for. So got super emotional and hated that they took pictures of me crying, but I had to switch up and be like, smile.
They had to do that,
Yeah.
So Joshua, same question. What were you thinking when you heard you won, you were selected?
So I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, but I kind of saw it coming because my friend had won it the previous year, and he like explained to me the situation and everything. And
so I kind of knew like the play-by-play kind of.
Yeah, essentially. Sure. And like a week prior, my counselor had set up like a quote-unquote meeting with my parents, and she said it was about to go over my grades and everything. And I knew like my grades were they were definitely good, and she said it was just like a senior checkup, and I knew that there was no reason for my parents to be there. And so I had told my friends, like, this is probably something related to like a scholarship that I won. And so when I actually show up, there's like a bunch of people all gathered around, and I'm like, it's Helios. And then the principal's right there, and then she turns the check, and there it is.
Okay, so let's talk about what we heard about a little bit about what you guys want to do for a career, but let's talk about what's next, where you're going to school, what you're going to study. So we'll start with Josh, and we'll work, our way down.
So I want to study biomedical engineering, and I'll be doing this at Arizona State University in their honors program.
In the honors program, and I'm going to read here from your bio, for the 2028 cohort studying biomedical engineering on a pre-medical track.
Yes.
Very cool. All right, Adamariz, same question.
So University of Arizona at the College of Nursing, pursuing a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, and then after that, continuing my education towards a Master's.
All right, and then Kimberly, remind us, you're also going where Josh is going, but remind us what you're gonna study.
I'm studying to be a social work, and hopefully, like, also get my master's, then to be in track of being a therapist, and I'm going to ASU.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being with us. Congratulations on getting this, even though you two didn't expect it. And my man over here is like, of course I'm going to get it, you know?
You're like, who else?
Yeah. I had to walk at AWC all the time, and I'm going to get this thing. But yeah, thank you guys. I wish you nothing but the best of luck with everything that you guys do. Very bright kids, and our future looks good if everybody's just like you out there. So I'm excited about that. And with that, it is time for a break. We're going to be back with the promoters for the Lefty Gun Play show that's coming up at Todos Chicali next month. We're doing that right after this. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
If you're tired of listening to long commercials before finally hearing music, look no further. We've got you covered. Whether you're searching on your radio, trying to find an app to play some tunes, or need background music playing on your computer while finishing up some work, KOFA Border Radio is your non-commercial place for music.
What's Up Yuma Radio is sponsored by Citrine Law LLC, a locally owned Yuma law firm where clients work directly with a local legal team. Citrine Law practices criminal defense, DUI defense, and personal injury law throughout Yuma County. Information is at citrinelaw.com.
From KEWC News, I'm Cisco Stargazer, Education Solutions Reporter. School is out for the summer, but not the school kitchens. For some families, schools often represent a steady source of meals for children they might otherwise struggle to afford, making summer break a challenge, traditionally. But in Yuma, Yuma School District 1 and the Yuma Union High School District are continuing their summer food service programs beginning this week and continuing into July. Free breakfast and lunch will be available to all children ages 18 and younger, including those who don't attend the districts. Children must be present to receive their meals, however. At District 1, meals must be consumed on site. Adults are welcome to accompany their children and can purchase a meal too if they wish to join in. At YUHSD, meals must be consumed on site, with the exception of 3 campuses, Gila Ridge, San Luis, and Somerton High Schools. These schools offer drive-through meal options as well. For details on dates and hours, visit KEWC.org. From KEWC News, I'm Cisco Stargazer.
Donations come in many forms: a sustaining monthly contribution, a one-time gift, even that extra vehicle you no longer need. Learn more about the advantages of donating a vehicle. You'll help power public radio. Visit KEWC.org/cars for more information and to start your donation today. And thanks.
This is folk singer Michael Jonathan. We are so proud on Wood Songs this week to feature a 7-time Grammy Award-winning songwriter, producer. He discovered and produced all the Judd's records, and he's got an amazing project called Night of the Orphan Train. It's Brent Mayer and all his friends, including IBMA Guitar Player of the Year Trey Hensley, on this week's broadcast of the Wood Songs.
Tuesday evening at 7 on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
Vitalent is hosting blood drives from June 11th through the 18th at locations around the area, including Ativo Senior Living, River Valley Estates Library, and Onvita Health Medical Center. One blood donation can save up to 3 lives and help ensure that medical providers have the blood they need for emergencies and ongoing care. Details at vitalent.org.
Welcome to KAWC's The Hotspot.
I'm Chloe Michael.
And I'm Maya Manry. This week, we hear some fresh perspectives about Yuma. Students from all over the world sharing their experiences.
If I'm honest, it's great. I don't think I could have chosen a better place to be welcome to.
The show is available as a podcast or online at KAWC.org under the Shows tab.
Bringing the heat to Yuma and La Paz, it's The Hotspot.
I'm Mike Suba, and I'm a big supporter of KAWC. You're getting a great source of information about our community, about the people that are working and living here, and you start going, you know what, this is really a valued service. And that's the great thing, is you've got a partnership here. And I'm a big believer in partnerships because The one thing I realized early on in life, I can maybe do a lot of stuff on a very limited basis, but when I start partnering up, it's amazing what we can do when we pool our resources. And so I hope that when people are listening to the station, enjoying the news broadcasts and the entertainment shows that are being presented, that they realize that you're not only the end user and enjoying what's being broadcast to you, but it can be a partnership too, where you can participate like I've discovered I can do and help get this service, enhance it, and provide even better programming. I'm Mike Suba, and I support KAWC.
For over 55 years, Border Radio KOFA has been a voice for music and culture in the region. We play indie, soul, funk, world beats, and more, plus local stories and live sessions. Tune in live at 94.7 FM, on demand at borderradioaz.org, or on the KOFA app and discover your next favorite song.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up, Yuma Radio. Oh, my. There we go.
You're good.
I turned
Live
down
radio.
a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Who are we here with now, Victor?
We have Morelia and Jessica. We're going to be talking about an upcoming show here in Yuma next month.
Yes. All right. And so, Morelia, you are a promoter. Is that true? Like you're promoting it, but you're also a social media influencer?
Yes.
Okay. So where are you from originally?
Here, from Yuma.
You're from here in Yuma? All
Yeah.
right. So where were you? Where'd you go to school at?
Aztec.
No, when you were young, like before Aztec.
Oh, like elementary?
Yeah, elementary. We're going way back.
Damn. I went to a lot of kindergartens.
Okay. Yeah. You went around. All right.
Yeah, I went to a couple schools.
Mm-hmm. And then, so Aztec, were you always into music and?
So I started hanging out with some friends that were into music. So I started getting into music.
Mm-hmm.
I started doing my own music with friends.
Oh, so you do music too?
Yeah, I'm not very open about it. I just kind of do it like as my own little thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping to put it out there one day or soon.
So
you
like,
know?
what do you mean, like one day when you're not embarrassed to put it out there? It's like you said, you keep it secret. Like, ¿por qué?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
So right now she's gonna be working on her first songs with Shaggy, which also his name's Trill C at his studio. So
Okay.
I already got her an appointment to record her first song. It's just that I think as an artist or a musician, it's very hard to get connects. A lot of people don't like sharing their resources, but me and Morelia teamed up, and I'm gonna help her achieve it.
And okay, so then you said it was later in life that you got into being around music and stuff, or was it after high school?
I want to say actually like about last year.
Okay.
I've been around music, and I go to LA a lot, so I have a lot of friends that are in the music industry. So I kind of just started from there, and then they kind of started asking me like, "Hey, you want to be part of my video?" And I'll be like, "Sure," So I kind of just started from there, and then they're like, "Oh, you should do music." So I did a song with a friend, and then he's like, "You should just keep going. Like, it's not everything's not perfect, but it starts somewhere, So I kind of been taking little steps at a time.
Mm-hmm. And then you said music. So what do you do? Do you like rap? You sing? You
sing R&B.
R&B? Oh, okay. So you do that. And so how did you get into the promoting side of things? Because this is your event, right?
Yeah. So
and how many events have you done? But go ahead.
So this will be my second event.
Just your second event?
Yeah. My first event was with Capone, and I sold it out in a week and a half. I was kind of stressing it at first because I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to sell out. It's so short time notice, I was pushing them. I was like, hey, like, let's push these sales. Like, let's get it,
Mm-hmm.
And we did. We sold it out in a week and a half. It was very stressful to put everything together in so short time notice.
Mm-hmm.
Because he did notify me like late notice, like, hey, this show, So then I was like,
so
okay.
Capone reached out to you, or?
Well, I already know him for a couple years.
Yeah.
So we kind of just been in the business together still.
Yeah.
He has shows. He does shows. He's always on tour. He was just on tour.
And he was like, I'm passing through. I'm going to be in your area, something like that. And
he's been wanting to do a show for Yuma for a while. He just wanted to do it with the right people,
Mm-hmm.
And he's in connections now with a lot of people here in Yuma now. So we might be having more shows of him and other artists as well. Like, we're going to have the Lefty one already July 22nd. Then we're going to be having Miss Crazy hopefully soon too, and a couple other artists. So we're just going to try to bring out more and more artists as we
So
can.
tell me about that first one, though. You know, because was it like he just said, I'll come out for this much? And then how'd you put everything together? You asked your friends in LA, like, how do I do this? You reach out to Taros or?
Well, kind of basically how it kind of runs is you just kind of drop money. You kind of just got to invest in it. If you don't invest in it, you're not going to see no, profit or anything out of it because you're not investing in yourself. Just like music, people think music, it just comes for free. It doesn't. Like, you have to invest in yourself, like music videos, music-wise, studio time, all of that costs money. And, well, it wasn't hard because, I had already wanted to do it. I wanted to do it like last year, but I was going through some stuff. So then I was like, you know what, let me hold it off for the perfect time. And I guess this last minute thing was the perfect time.
So then what'd you do next, though? You reached out to Taros Chicale and said, hey, I want to do...
one?
No, the first one's at Double D, right?
Yeah, Double D.
Okay, so let's go back to that. Did you reach out to them for the first one?
For the first one, Capone had already talked to them, and then I had told him about it. So basically, I was giving him the names since he's not familiar with the area. I told him what bars I would like to host the venue at, and he just told me like, oh, well, which one do you want to pick? I told him, I think it was that one, the Double D's, and then it was, we had Crest in mind, but Crest, they charge very pricey. And then I think it was, what else? There's a couple other places. So we just didn't connect with a few that gave us good prices or good deals. So we're in contact with them. So for future.
Yeah, for future. So you just made it. You talked to different people. You picked the right one, and you sold out in a week and a half.
Yeah.
So how'd the show go?
Good.
Went great?
It went great. It was sold out. It was packed. They sold out at the bar too. The crowd was loud, popping. They showed a lot of love. Especially, I'm very happy. I just want to say thank you to everyone that showed out for all of us because honestly, I didn't think we were gonna get that much love, and just the love the community gave us, that just shows that we should keep going, So that's what we want to keep doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So how about you, Jessica? You from here?
Originally from Bullhead City, Arizona.
Okay.
Yes, and then I moved here when I was 16 years old.
16, okay.
Yes, so no elementary school here for me. It was Cibola High School. I graduated, but I've always been into music. It's like my diary. I never had a diary, but for me, it was a way of detoxing. So yeah, I never got serious with it until I started working at UPS, and I saw how the industries, handle your life, your personal life. Like you're basically a robot. So I hit like a midlife crisis very early because it's a very high stressful job, and I decided to follow my dreams. Yeah.
So what does that mean? You quit and then?
I wouldn't say I quit. I was doing it more like a hobby.
Yeah.
Than actually taking it like a career choice, yes.
Gotcha. And so then you sing and you rap? Is that,
yes.
So is that something you've done since you were 16?
Since I was maybe even younger, I've always been into writing music, poetry. It's always been my thing. Yeah.
So, and then we were talking off air. I originally met you. We were both in a music video for Lucky from Desert State Hustlers back in the day. And that was your first music video that you were in, correct?
Yes. It was my first music video, first experience. It always came very natural to me. I always like to do my makeup, my hair. When you're a little girl, you always want to look good, So Lucky reached out to me, and I was actually very grateful, for the opportunity, because it was me and my sister, so it was very special because we experienced it together.
So how old were you then?
I was like, I want to say 18.
You're 18.
Yes.
So this is your fresh start. You're 18.
Yes.
He hits you up. Did you know Lucky from somewhere or
just Facebook? Facebook has always been very
a way to connect. And
yes.
have people.
It's opened a lot of doors, and so has Instagram, but I recently lost my 35K page.
Whoa, yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yes.
Did you get a violation or what?
I got hacked 3 times.
Oh, jeez.
And just everyone, I was like, report it, because they were sharing like Bitcoin and like things like that. So I kind of like did that to myself too, because I was reporting it too. So that page was, I mean, it was flagged already, you know, ready to get shut down. But I took it like a good opportunity. It motivated me.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
Because you got to get back on it.
You got to rebuild. You have to, especially like you said, this is part of your passion. This is something you like, your diary, so that you want to get that out there. We're going to take a quick break real quick, and we're going to talk about, because you're going to be performing it and you're hosting it, right?
Correct. Yes.
All right. We'll talk a little bit more with both of you and talk about the show right after this quick break. You're listening to What's Up Yuma Radio right here on 94.7 KOFA Border Radio.
Bopping to the new beats heard around the world, or relaxing to the tunes of Memory Lane. We are your non-commercial source of music. Run by volunteer hosts, this is KOFA Border Radio, 94.7 FM, 1320 AM, on the KOFA app, or at borderradioaz.org.
The Yuma County Library District invites readers of all ages to unearth a story during this year's summer reading program. Beginning May 30th, track your reading and enjoy entertaining and educational events at libraries across Yuma County through July 18th. Information and program details are available at yumalibrary.org.
The weather forecast for Yuma today is sunny with a high near 103, gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Clear tonight with a low around 70. In Quartzsite, sunny with a high near 105. Mostly clear this evening with a low around 72. And sunny in Parker with a high near 104. Mostly clear this evening with a low around 71.
Hear the rhythm. Feel the beat. Let your curiosity run away on the Latin Alternative. Hi, I'm Josh Norick. Every episode of the Latin Alternative takes you on a thrilling rendezvous of sonic and exotic landscapes in Latin rock, funk, hip-hop, electronic, and tropical music. Join me and my co-host Ernesto Lechner on the Latin Alternative.
This evening at 7 p.m. on KOFA Border Radio 94.7 FM.
The Yuma County Chamber of Commerce presents a mayor and city council candidate forum Thursday, June 4th at 6 p.m. at the Onvita Administrative Center Conference Room, 2400 South Avenue A. KAWC and the Yuma Sun will co-moderate the discussion with candidates addressing issues affecting the community. Details at yumachamber.org.
KOFA Border Radio doesn't sound like any other radio station in Yuma. We are a non-commercial source for music from around the world, across the decades, and local artists. Our hosts are volunteers. If you would like to get involved, send an email to music@borderradioaz.org.
What's up, Yuma? Welcome back to What's Up Yuma Radio. We are here with Morelia. Okay, cool. I'm going to practice it. I'm going to get it. And Jessica, I got that one right. I did pretty good on that one. And so I just real quick, so we kind of left off. So you did that one video, and then you just kind of kept going. Like, did you get discovered from that? And like other people asked you?
Correct. So I started lowrider modeling at 17 with the United Dreams Car Club. And that opened a lot of doors, you know, the publicity, people start reaching out to you, you connect, it's a big family. And then from there, I just started getting into music, you know, because I've always loved music. And I met Shaggy Trollsy, and he started recording me at he recorded me at 16, so I was already into the music.
Yeah, you already
but we just kept,
gotcha.
Yeah, he just went, came back. Never, you know, it wasn't anything serious for me until now that I'm 33.
So then you're taking it more serious now at
Correct.
33.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now, do you have any music out?
Yes.
Like, what?
It's on Spotify. Under JESP Shakur. Correct. And then I have a music page, and it's under Healthy Yesy on Instagram.
Okay, and you mentioned the health, because in your bio, it's also you're a health nut or something.
Yes,
you're a nutritionist.
I'm a certified nutritionist. I've always been into health. It was a way for me to like understand life, myself, Once I saw the benefits and I saw how I felt, I wanted to just share it with the world. Right now I'm balanced. Back then I was like really extra.
So like you're saying balance because like your diet, you kind of find like a really good fit for you, a mix to be able to handle the pressures of life and everything. And
so back then I used to just tell people just too much. Like I would just look at them, and if they were eating something that wasn't good for them, I would be like,
slap
are
it out
you
of their
sure
hands.
you want to eat that? You know, like it was
judgy, a little judgy.
Yes, but I didn't do it in a bad intention. It was more like I wanted to help them, but I just didn't know how to communicate it healthy. You know, more like, and then I started working at GNC on the military base, and it was a really beautiful experience because I could like tell people what to take healthy.
Yeah, because that's what they're looking for.
And
when
they
they're
would
in there.
come back and they would be like, oh my God, like you're the best. And I'm like, it would just feed my ego, and I would just tell everybody like, and nobody ever gave me backlash about it. So I never found my balance until probably like when I got with my husband 10 years ago. He helped me find my balance because it was just, you can't build a family or a normal life like being super like over the top about anything.
Yeah. So I just want to bring up, so you're performing at this event. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm excited. Thanks to Morelia. She actually, the Capone event, she pulled it off very, very quick. She called me same day, and me and her started going to the fair to promote it. We started, going around. A lot of people, they want us to bring like, other types of artists. So if you have like any recommendations, you could reach out to Morelia, because she is going to, from this, she's going to branch off and do, more. And we want to please the audience. And I mean, a lot of people, like with the Lefty is amazing. He just got clean. I believe that's like a good role model for society, especially in rap. And a lot of people want to, not really like be supportive about, So if you guys want tickets and you guys love Lefty, like we love Lefty, you could reach out to Morelia and me, and we'll be more than happy to sell it. Yes.
Yeah. And then you're hosting it. So do you get up on the mic and like, what up, everybody? You having a good time out there and all that, get the crowd hype?
Yes. I'm the MC for the event. So basically I'll be hosting it, promoting it, basically just doing everything and all at once, just putting it together, making sure the ticket sales go good, making sure the money's coming through, the event's perfect, just everything is right on top. The artists are getting their time. We have, I want to say 7 artists, local artists, and some from LA that are coming. So there's going to be some from Yuma and some from LA coming with Lefty.
That's a lot to manage, and then also go up on stage and get on the mic. So you're in for one, I know. And so what was it like getting Lefty gunplay? Yeah, he just got clean. I think he just got either a Grammy or nominated for a Grammy. So what was that like?
It's good. I personally, I only listened to like, I want to say 2 of his songs.
Yeah, that's okay.
But just to have him here is,
But the name, that's a big name, right?
Yeah, it's a big name, and he did win a Grammy, so that just shows he's doing something right. Even though his addiction brought him, things in his life, obstacles and stuff. But.
Yeah, I'm definitely glad he got clean, because looking at the videos or interviews when he wasn't versus now, it was like, whoa, what's up with this guy?
And that's so funny, because he actually, like, that's how he got big, like, because people found it, like, amusing, like, dang, like, he's his own person, like, he doesn't care what the people, think. But I honestly thought he was hilarious, like, either way, And then now it's like, dang, like, Lefty Gunplay, like, he's working with big names.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem, because he didn't, like, start working with little names and go to big names. Like, he just straight went for the big win.
Yeah.
And a lot of people who are not there listening to, like, the bigger, like, big hit, like Kendrick Lamar, a lot of people listen to lower end artist, and he didn't work really his way up. He just went straight up.
Yeah, he just went straight to the top. So how did you get that, real quick? And we're going to, Well, never mind. We don't have time for that. I don't think. Tell everybody when and where and all that good stuff and how to find out more information. And you could give out both of your socials.
So you guys pull up to Taros Chicali July 22nd. We will be there. Me and Jessica. I will be hosting it. She will be performing. Also Lefty, JB, and a couple other local artists and a couple other artists from LA. So get your guys' pre-sale tickets. We have them and we also have them online.
All right. And tell everybody your socials real quick.
Morelia Chingona, 3 A's on Instagram and Morelia Chingona on TikTok, AA.
I'm Jessica Shakur on Facebook and Healthy Yesi on Instagram and JESP Shakur on Spotify.
All right. Thank you guys for being with us. Good luck at your event.
Thank you guys so much.
Really appreciate it.
We appreciate you guys.
We appreciate you.
All right. And now it's time for this. What's Up Yuma Radio is a production of KAWC, Colorado River Public Media. We broadcast from the studios in the Matador Activity Center at Arizona Western College in Yuma. We want to thank our engineer, Talon Gonzalez, along with Anthony Arnales, Juan Garcia, and Dave Reek.
You can find out more about KOFA at borderradioaz.org and on the KOFA app. Stay tuned for KOFA's Midday Music.
And tomorrow's program, we will have Carlos Adams. He's running for mayor.
Yes.
As well as Jack Vanderloop. He is a food critic.
Yes. You can listen to the podcast version of our program and check out past episodes anytime at kawc.org/podcast/What's Up Yuma Radio.
And if you want to be a guest on this show, make sure you go to whatsupyuma.biz. Once again, that's whatsupyuma.biz. Click that radio link and then click book me and you can get on this show. It's Monday. We're starting it off already. You guys have a good day and we will see you tomorrow.
What's Up Yuma is sponsored by Citrine Law, LLC, a Yuma law firm practicing criminal defense, DUI defense, and personal injury law. Information is at citrinelaw.com.
Thanks for listening to